Alright, what's up everyone? So the first issue of Predator vs. Spider-Man has been released, and I gotta tell you, it's pretty gory and twisted, so prepare yourself. Marvel did not hold back on this one. Here we go. The story takes place in New York City during an extremely hot summer. Aside from the heat, the city is also going through a bunch of crimes. There's been robberies, assaults, and murders. Most of the time, when there's a killing, it happens fast. But this one was different. It had some time and care, and even artistry put into it. We meet Detective LaPearl. The most recent event was not the usual crime. It's not related to theft, drugs, or a vigilante going after criminals. When you skin your victim, it's completely different. This crime scene also involved a robbery, in a manner of speaking. Each victim had something missing, like a jaw, a rib, and a finger. When the actual forensics team arrives, LaPearl would ask them, "If you just got here, then who was the other person I was talking to?" Turns out, that was Peter Parker in disguise. He was there to get information on what happened. As he makes his way through the city, he talks to JJ on the phone. Jonah wants news for the newspaper articles, preferably bad news, because it gets clicks and views. And Peter would ask him, how about a murder? But on the way back to the office, he sees a robbery in progress and decides to pursue them. Along the way, some kids would be playing on the road. He would get them off the road and is delayed a bit in following the van. When the robbers get to their hideout, they exit the vehicle. One guy unpacks the bags and says to the others, "We split the money, go our separate ways, and don't talk to each other for 2 weeks." He calls out for them, but they don't respond. He turns around to find they were slaughtered very quickly right behind him. He pulls out a firearm, starts to panic, aiming the weapon all around him. What happens next is pretty brutal. This predator reaches over, and with his hand, he rips the skin off the man's face, just like that, then plunges a large blade into the robber's back. He would then hold the skin of the man's face over his own face. This might be a sign that this predator is not the usual hunter searching for spines and skulls. No, this one is different. By the time Spider-Man shows up in this area, it's too late. He talks to Jonah on the phone and tells him things are pretty bad. They're dealing with a serial killer. The city then goes through a power outage, and we're taken to a scene in the subway train. The power's out, and people are stuck inside in the dark. Mary Jane is also in the train during this time. MJ would use the light on her phone to look out the window. It looks like someone might be outside, but it's actually the Predator. Since the power is out, they cannot post on social media, and it could take days until the power is back. So instead, they print the news in the paper and sell them on the street, just like the old days. They're calling this criminal the Skinner. Detective LaPearl would get a hold of the newspaper, and now she wants to talk to Peter Parker because he released pictures of a crime scene without permission from the police or the victims, but Peter is already gone. Peter would then head back to MJ's apartment to check up on her, but she's not home. The final scene shows a man selling newspapers. As a few thugs try to rob him, another man appears and saves him. And this man is Kraven the Hunter. He would ask the old man, what was he saying about this predator in the city? And that is the end of the first issue of Predator vs. Spider-Man. It's going to be like Hunter vs. Hunter with Spider-Man in the back. What do you think about the story so far? Tell me in the comments, leave a like on the video, and subscribe to see more content like this. I'll see you next time.
Yeah.